Good day, my brothers and my sisters. I'm just coming out of one of the biggest battles I've had with the enemy, and I don't really want to do videos about the enemy, but this might be useful for anybody out there. And we are in the seasons of mosquitoes, and if you know the enemy of God, the best description of the enemy is this mosquito that at one point it comes to to get the blood out of you, and so annoying, and even its power is from one of the biggest uh, creations as an angels, archangels, to fall down and to be with wings of mosquito and with an attitude of mosquito. It's a it's a pity. And this battle I had was one of the biggest. I hadn't had it for a while now, and I kind of suspected. You know, I did some things that I knew that he'll be mad, and even my last video is about it. So that's one of the things. And after I did my last video, I suspected that that's the drop that's needed in order for this to happen. But God always uses every situation, and every situation is working for our good because we love God and we are called up according to His purpose. And it is true that there are attempts, and there will be attempts from the enemy to form a weapon and use it against you. But it's also true that that weapon will not succeed, and that's a huge thing, because no matter where you are in your walk with God, you have to know this as a sure thing, because God already has the victory. And if we are involved in a battle, it doesn't matter if it's a spiritual battle only or if it reflects in the physical. No matter the case, remember that you are fighting from a place of victory, no matter how it looks like, because it may look like you are losing. It may look like a defeat or not. It depends, of course. But even in those cases, it's very important to remember that. And I still don't know how to. My screen is turning off, and I still don't know how to make it work so it doesn't turn off after 3 minutes or something. So what made this battle that I had bigger than others is that this time I have entertained the battle. This time I went into the battle, and it was me and God again. And when you are willingly entertaining the battle, you get drained a lot. And no matter the outcome of the battle, even if you feel defeated, or if you had a victory or whatever, that draining part is there because you are choosing to entertain the enemy. And if you are asking me why I did it, I did it because it's related to a person. It wasn't only spiritual. And that's the pity part, in the sense of loving that person and trying to help, assist, be there, tell the truth. If it was only the enemy, not using a person, the entertainment of that battle wouldn't be worth it. But if there is a chance for that person to come into the senses and realize who is using that person, it is worth it. But this time, for me, I will be completely honest. This time, it felt a lot like defeat, because not only the draining, I needed, the next day I couldn't bear myself. I couldn't be in peace. He succeeded in stealing my peace, stealing my joy, and that's possible only because he knows who to use in order for that to happen and how to use it. It's because of the heartbreak that happens when a person you love chooses to be in the service of the other side, and that is heartbreaking. And that's the thing that actually is possible to get to you if you are standing well on your own, and nothing can steal your peace and joy. Think about, kind of like independence, and think about, it's kind of logical if you think about it. Who can and how do that to steal your peace and joy, freedom, whatever God gave you with his holy sacrifice on the cross? So if the enemy can't get to you inside yourself, if you are resisting him, that's when he will use external things or people. And who is able to do that? In my case, there is only one option in order for the enemy to succeed, at least for a while, to do that. And he has been doing that for a long time now. And this time is different, but what I mean is it is the person who has the greatest access to you. It is the person who is the most close to you. I think you can do the math of what I'm speaking about, because the part of me that is hard to do that message today is I have been avoiding this, sharing this with people every time is hard to share, because I don't want to put a shame on a real person, because I love that person with the love of Christ. And that was a smart move from the enemy in my life. But God, God, I will appreciate if you pray for that person. I have been in the battle for that person for so many times now, so much time. I have invested years of my life to allow the space for that person to choose something different. We have free will. We have free will, and it comes to a point where if that person still continues, that happened in the battle, that person still chooses the same thing over and over again. I won't get into details and the ugly things. That's what got me again, of being so sad. Like, it's the same if you see someone going to cross the street and a car is coming, you want to go there and grab that person. And I'm not going to digest my years of journey, but I'm going to tell you that God allows these things to learn both sides. If it's one person, in my case, there is a lot of purpose and meaning in having that experience, because Jesus also went through what he went through. And it all has bigger purpose. God allowing this to happen is producing what he intended to produce in the person who is battling. And the surrender, when you're surrendering your free will to God, that's the next video I guess I'm going to do related to the free will. But I want to mention here, at the beginning of my journey, I told God that I'm surrendering my free will because I don't trust myself fully, but I know I can trust God fully. And I didn't know what is going to happen, because this journey was devastating, like I don't know if that's the word, but very hard journey to experience. And I did it because I was inspired by Jesus, who had this moment in the Garden of Gethsemane, if I remember correctly. And when he asks God to remove the cup that he has to drink, if there is any other way, you know, for this purpose to be accomplished. And at the end, he says, not my will, but your will be done. That's what I'm speaking about. The cup that we have to drink individually in the example and the way Jesus showed us, that cup is heavy but necessary, because now when I look back, I'm actually grateful. That was very producing the oil and the pressing and the diamond. And you cannot make this up. If you go through it, you go through it, and it produces what it has to produce. And I want you to remember that God has the victory. Always remember that, even in those hard moments. And if you feel defeated, that doesn't mean you are defeated. But, you know, I needed rest after that, and I don't have the opportunity to rest, but God was good, and he restored me pretty fast, like, I don't know. But I got hit really hard this time. I admit that. It was awful. I had to get up, but I couldn't. I did it anyways because I have to do it. If you know me, you know why. You know my responsibilities. And I did it drained, you know. I got up, did it, and just waited for any time I can rest and restore. God got you. God got you in every second of your life. And I want to give glory to God for defending me, for protecting me, for building me, and for creating me, for everything. And during the battle, some unusual stuff happened also. But I don't know how to explain it. Something stood up inside of me. If it felt like I've had similar experiences in the past about it, but this time was more serious. I don't know if this is the holy fire, but it looks like it. The holy fire which carries authority. And how it felt was like if I had if you are in a place of danger and there is no one to protect you physically, you have to protect yourself. Like, I can explain it by this. And this example is proper. And what happened was, it was like me, but it wasn't like me. It was like, that male protection, because I'm feminine. That male thing coming out from me to protect me in the proper way, in the godly way. But I've sensed a difficulty for that thing to show up in a godly way and not do something in an ungodly way, because it was like an holy anger which wasn't only mine. It felt like it wasn't only mine, because I had it also, but I was still like, and if anyone knows something about this, I would like to get to know more about it, because every time I have experienced that, I don't know what it is, and if it's God, I don't know. I mean, I admit I don't know. But yeah, that protection came out, and it was through me. That's what made it kind of supernatural to experience, because I was more so like a witness to that. And every time that happened, it was in some other danger situations I had in my past. And if you are in a position of battle and you have the ability to rest and restore, do that. It's very important to restore, because we may fall, but we have to get back up again and get back up with God and continue to walk on the path He has for you, and moving in kingdom and doing kingdom business, and seeking God on a daily basis, and continue to grow. And no matter the weapons, God is on every level. God is doing everything good, including, for, in my case, if it's the person. But whatever God does is for the good, even for that person, and whatever happens, because we all want everyone to be with God, and people have free will. And I'm sending you the love of Christ. I think I got my word out there. And if I missed something, is because it's a hard message for me to deliver. I'm not really sharing that easy personal things, because it's usually me and God, and that's enough for me. And God is teaching me to trust some people in my life now, and I want to thank you all for praying for me. God bless you very much. May God bless you above and beyond. And keep walking with God. guard your peace and your joy. And don't let the enemy have access to you.